you're almost being more of a rebel if you don't have any tattoos because everyone has them now. You're not
I'm
being
a
original.
rebel.
You have no tats? I'm
No
going tat.
tats.
Do you have a tat?
Yeah, I have a few.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen them.
Ah, man,
you
I
don't
have
show 'em
I
off.
have 3 tattoos. It's not so much that I don't show them off. It's just that I gotta wear a shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you want my
Says
tits to be
who?
hanging out?
You don't have to wear. It's you're around friends here. You don't have to wear a shirt. Straight up go tassels on us.
Want to get some buttless chaps? That'd be my new fashion statement. Walking around the supermarket with buttless chaps.
There's this. You seen that movie School of Rock?
No, I
You haven't
haven't.
seen it with
Man, I
Jack
don't know.
Black. Anyway, there's a scene on there. And it's a
Blackjack.
battle of the bands, and this guy's wearing leather pants. It might be chaps, but he has shoulder chaps. Never seen that before.
What the?
It's basically a shirt with everything cut from the chest down off.
That's the. I think I saw Twisted Sister used to wear
Shoulder
something like that,
chaps.
like shoulder pads.
It's just it was sleeves, shoulder pads, and nothing else. His
That is-
chest and his stomach are exposed. That's my Halloween costume.
That's your Halloween costume? You
That's
know what
it.
I wish my Halloween costume was? That Billy Idol Dancing with Myself where he's just wearing like that. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know what the hell it is. It's just like a harness. Like the same thing like for a roller coaster. That's all he's wearing. And that shit's awesome with leather pants.
I think those are called suspenders.
No, they're obviously you haven't seen the video.
When's the last time you guys dressed up for Halloween?
Last year I did.
What'd you dress up as?
I dressed up as a rock and roller. I had like some really cool funky hair.
That's an easy one.
It was it was really easy. I put on a choker,
Fag.
Leather pants. I mean, I don't know. I'm
Do
not
you still
big
have
on-
the leather pants?
Yeah, I
Do you
still
only
have
wear
them.
them for Halloween?
Uh,
Don't lie.
I only wore them for Halloween, and one time when I went to a rock concert in Indonesia, it's the only time I ever wore those stupid pants, tool bag pants.
When's the last time you dressed up for Halloween? And what were you?
I can't remember. I would have to say about
He was a pussycat.
6 or 7 years ago, I dressed up as a fat football referee.
yeah. I remember that. That was a good costume.
What the fuck?
Because Twig does live up to his namesake. He's a slender guy. So he was
Right.
this. I remember we lived next door to each other. He was this huge referee. It was basically had a hula hoop inside his costume, and it was awesome. It was a great costume. I can't remember the last time I
Man.
dressed up. I think it was probably, I want to say, probably 10 years ago.
10 years.
Yeah.
That's a decade, man.
And you guys can talk shit because I'm going to tell you something. It was a couple's costume.
Matching
Couples
Hawaiian
cause.
shirts
Matching
or
costume. Not matching, but tandem.
what the fuck were you guys?
I was just a 1940s gangster. I just had the pinstripe suit and the hat and the Tommy gun. And then the girl who I was with, she was, dressed up like the 1940s. She had some crazy dress on. It wasn't too bad, but
Sounds more like the
costume-
Roaring
couple
20s.
costume. Maybe it was the 20s. Who
The
knows?
Roaring 20s.
I was just a gangster.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if the Tommy gun was invented until the 40s. Or
No, it was 20.
it was 20s?
It was
Yeah,
20s,
maybe it
yeah,
was
before
20s
the
then.
Great Depression. But
Yeah, maybe she was a flapper.
did you?
Flapper, please.
A flapper. What's a flapper?
Dancer. The way the dress is set up, it's like beads.
Mhm.
And it
Oh,
kinda hangs off
all
when
right. I
she
thought it was like
Shimmies
a.
shimmies
up and
and
down,
shakes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was similar to a pink umbrella. A loose.
I should have just
Pussy.
bought a suit. We went to like a professional costume rental place. A suit was like $100 to rent. Like I should have just bought a fucking suit and had it forever.
You,
instead of renting one like a tool
Serious.
bag.
And $100 10 years ago, that's magnified, right? That's probably 170.
I'm saying 3-day suit broker. Gotta have 3 suits.
Did you bang this girl?
Oh yeah, I was already banging her. I wouldn't dress up with a girl that I wasn't banging yet just to get the panties.
10 years ago, I don't know what you might have done.
10 years ago, I was a different man.
10 years ago is when he had a pierced asshole.
I did. And
10 years ago. 10 years
I did
ago,
have a piercing
I had a
before.
girlfriend that was pulling 2 jobs just to support my ass,
you gotta tell that
driving
story.
driving a nice brand new sports car. She dropped it for me, put some new tires, rims. I mean, I had that shit off the hook.
How'd you meet
And
her?
randomly, just
Trader Joe's?
through a neighbor actually. And I remember she was Asian, and I like Asian, so I guess how I picked her up is I called her. She was right next to me, but I dialed my neighbor's phone and asked
Okay.
to talk to her, and I'm talking to her face to face, and I guess it worked
Wow.
because spent the
Kind
next
of smooth.
2 miserable years.
Well, you didn't have to work though, right?
I was collecting unemployment and barely working. It was nice.
So I mean, well, what happened? Was she just insane? Or
No, she finally
too
she
much
finally
of a good thing.
she finally caught wind and decided to leave my ass.
Were you living together?
Yeah, we were living together.
So she kicked you out.
Yeah. No, actually, I kicked her out.
It was your spot. It was your place.
Well, it was both of our place, but
Okay.
she was telling me, you don't even have a job. How are you going to keep the place? And somehow I managed to, like I decided to start working and I kept the place. Whew. That was some pretty tough times, though. I mean, I think that's the only heartbreak I ever been through where I couldn't drink. I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink for 2 weeks. I'm talking about alcohol. I mean, anytime I've broken up with
couldn't afford it. That's why.
No, on the contrary, I could, but it was
Drinking champagne.
yeah. No, but I mean, any other breakup, I was able to like just drink away the pain. But this one was, I guess it hurt so much I couldn't even pick up a beer without
Really?
getting sick. I mean, it was sick. Thank God I got rid of that girl, though. I mean, she wasn't for me. It took 2 years to find that out, but
But she got rid of you, right?
yeah, she got rid of me. But then she'd call me, like a
I'm
month
trying to change the
later.
story now.
Not
I'm
trying to change the
listening.
story, calling me if we ever get back together, because she knew I was already seeing other girls and stuff like that. And, she'd call my sister. My sister would call me, and I'm like, hey, I'm busy. I got some shit up in here.
That's a perfect segue.
Yeah,
That's a perfect segue because again, back to how crazy women are, which
Yeah.
they are crazy, but again, they're practical. She was just kind of keeping you as an iron in the fire.
Right.
In case something didn't work out with her man at the time, she can always go back to.
Well, she did have a
Enter.
man, and he wasn't.
Exactly.
He
but
wasn't.
She was kind of keeping you on the line. And Twig experienced something like that too. I mean, he just went through this, divorce, kind of still going through it, I guess, in a way. More with
Toward the
child
end.
care type things. But his wife said the same thing, or his ex-wife said the same thing. If we get back together, it's like,
No.
hold on a second.
Yeah.
You left me, and now you're talking about getting back together. Don't it's some emotional games. I'm
Yeah.
just not down with that. If we're done, we're done. I can't say never. I rarely ever went back with a girl after I was
No, I've
after
never
we
gone
broke
back
up.
with a girl that I've
for
broken
sex.
up
That's
with.
one thing, but actually, being in a committed relationship again, fuck that. I don't walk backwards.
Right.
Fall and hurt myself.
I know you can't walk on your ankles. You're right, but yeah, I remember even getting phone calls like a couple months after, like, oh yeah, I'm seeing some guy, but he doesn't know what he's doing. I missed the sex, and like, go
Was
fuck
she
yourself.
was she good? Was she amazing?
Oh, she was, man.
Yeah. What was her
So was
talent?
I.
What was her?
Licking the perineum.
Really?
Yeah, man.
In the
She,
past, so was I.
Dude, this girl, man, she practically licked my guts. She was
It was
nasty.
he was getting colonoscopies before they were in vogue. Before they were
Wow.
popular.
She was a nasty little thing, man. But that's the only thing. What sex isn't the only thing that can hold a relationship together.
it's a good start, but you're right. I had this
Yeah.
one girl who I was dating, and her and I were on and off again. And I had feelings for her years down the road after we split up. We still saw each other every once in a while. And she invited me to have a threesome with her and her friend.
Guy or girl?
It was a girl. And I couldn't do it because I liked her. I just couldn't. I couldn't treat her like a slut.
What a fag.
I'm serious. This other girl was whatever, but I couldn't treat her like a slut because I had feelings for her. If it was a strange girl and I didn't give a shit about her, it's on.
But
I couldn't do it.
That's a woman thing to say. Are you
I
kidding?
couldn't do it, man. And the girl who she invited to have a threesome, she said I molested her years prior. I'm innocent. I'm telling you, I'm innocent.
Molested?
It was a case of mistaken identity, literally.
Right.
What was she, 11?
Oh, man.
I know
stay above
molested.
board. I stay above board. I'll tell you the story. I was at a party. I'll make it quick. I was at a party, and it was me and two of my Air Force buddies. And so we're all hanging out, and, of course, we're drinking, and this girl ends up passed out. The girl who invited me, we'll call her Sarah Jo.
Sarah Jo.
Sarah Jo was passed out on the couch. She was fucked up. and I was supposed to hook up with her that night, but something happened, so we didn't get along.